I kind of just figured it out alone. Yeah, it was very lonely, very isolating. Carrying it on my own, I just got used to it. You know, at times I've battled with my own like anxieties and worries. Yeah, it was a very lonely journey. I'm Zoe and I care for my mother who lives with schizophrenia. I've been a young carer from the age of 6, caring for her emotional needs, physical needs, mental needs, and most of those aspects throughout my childhood and adulthood life. It's not been easy, you know, living with her schizophrenia because it's all been down to me to make those choices for her. I didn't really have anyone to speak to. I always was isolated because, you know, I thought like, oh, if people know my true story of, you know, me caring for my mum, then people will not really want to be my friend. So I kind of kept myself very quiet and hidden. When I was around 19, 20, she'd done a little bit of voluntary work and it gave her a bit of drive, you know, independence for herself. And that gave me a little bit of relief because she wanted it and she enjoyed it. She had a little bit of a community for herself. There is days where it is hard and it's a struggle and it's so lonely and it is isolating, especially if you don't have that support or those connections or those communities. It does get easier, but I think it's just about taking, you know, those smaller steps and not overwhelming yourself every day with, you know, just big things. Just take it a little bit slower, and when you do need to slow down, like take as much time as you need. One day we may, you know, be sky high and the other we might be a little bit low. It's just, you know, learning how to balance that. When I hear of someone else that says, oh, you know, my mum has schizophrenia or my sibling or whoever it is, they automatically know how you're feeling. And there's so many people that actually live with it. I know that it can be so hard daily, but you just have to remember that they are so special. No matter who you care for, no matter how often you care, no matter whether you call yourself a carer or not, that counts as caring.